Let's look at the bull and bear segment. This is where we take the stock of the day and we give you both sides and both aspects of the bull case and the bear case. Today we're talking about Kotak Mahindra Bank, definitely buzzing. Higher Q-on-Q growth versus peers, and the stock has held on to most of its gains through the day, about 3.5% up even now. What is the bull versus bear case, Harsh?
Yeah, I want to start off with the Q that you've given me. So the bull case, to start off with, the QOQ numbers were strong. 4% growth on a sequential basis in net advances, surely looking good. It's the best growth QOQ among all the large to mid-cap kind of banks. So clearly standing out in a seasonally tough quarter. That's the bull case. But the bear case, let's zoom out a little bit, right? 14% growth. They've guided for 1.5 to 2x of nominal GDP growth guidance. That they've not been able to do. Okay, maybe Q1, and we'll have to wait for the GDP numbers to come for Q1. Maybe Q1, maybe that quarter in which they've actually done it. But outside of that, we've not seen that growth really kick in. Is this the turning point? Of course, we'll have to wait and watch. But that's broadly the bear case. Let's talk about the second metric, margins. They've held up well, they've sustained, but they've come off from those higher levels of 5.5%. Now they're sub 5, but they're sustaining there. The question, of course, is that can they replicate the Q4 performance in Q1 FY26? We'll have to wait and watch for that. And we had a note today also which said this, that it's going to be crucial to see margins because we've seen a sharp cut in the repo. Can margins sustain, and what is the guidance is really the question. Most banks are penciling in margin pressure, at least for the moment. Now let's talk about credit costs, because that's the most important angle of lending. Microfinance delinquencies actually rose in Q4 FY25. That is actually my bear case. But slippages in personal loans, in the personal loan book has tapered. That's actually a bull case for me. So that's likely a positive, while microfinance delinquencies rising is a negative. Now let me talk valuations a little bit. When you're looking at the price to book, it's 2.5 times 1 year forward versus the 3.1 times a 5-year average price to book which Kotak commands. But the 12-month return is actually, or rather potential, basis the average analyst estimate on Bloomberg, is just 6%. Taking this argument forward, let's quickly look at what the Bloomberg, what the consensus analysts are estimating on Bloomberg. 27 buys, 12 holds, 5 sells, and a sharp outperformance that Kotak has already seen. Can it really sustain is the question. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Harsh. In fact, let me take that question straight to Aditya Agarwala, who now joins us on the show. He's Head of Research and Investments at Invest4Edu. Of course, Sudeep is still with us. Aditya, very good afternoon to you. Let's start with Kotak Mahindra Bank and the breakout that it's shown. Do you see this sustaining?
Good afternoon. Thanks for having the show. Oh, absolutely. In fact, as a disclosure, this is one stock which is there in our portfolio, recommended to our clients. And we are quite upbeat on the stock for this entire year. So we believe that Kotak Mahindra Bank and HDFC Bank are the two private sector large cap banks, which should be in your portfolio at least for at least 1 to 2 years. And you will see a decent upside from here on. If you're still looking to add the stock in your portfolio, I think this is still the right time to add the stock in your portfolio. I'm not looking for a 1 or 2 day trading time horizon. I'm looking for at least a 2600 kind of a target here on Kotak Mahindra Bank from here on, and place a stop loss somewhere around 2001 at about 2000 on the downside. And you will still see a decent upside in the coming quarters. So my sense is Kotak Mahindra Bank is definitely a buy. If you already have it in your portfolio, continue to hold on to it. If you're looking for a fresh entry, even after this 3.5% kind of an up move, I think so one should definitely look at going fresh long on Kotak Mahindra Bank.
Okay, fresh long on Kotak Mahindra Bank. What about on the Nifty?